Hey friends, good morning. Cat is here this morning. Good morning, Cat. We've had a little bit of activity at the feeder this morning, not a whole lot, but we'll see what pops up. We've got the squirrel there right now. We've had a couple of juncos. We've had some mourning doves this morning. So we've had some activity. Had a couple of woodpeckers. Hopefully, we'll get some more activity as it comes on. Hope you're doing well there in North Carolina, Cat. It is currently 36 degrees here, kind of gloomy, kind of cloudy. So we'll see what pops up at the feeder this morning. I can't get the camera around to the other feeder enough. I mean, I've got one right here, but there's another one over here I can't get to. We got a couple of European starlings, which, you know, they're kind of nuisance birds, but I think they are beautiful. "32, oh my gosh, we are warmer than you are. That is not too common." Got a little activity at the, that's a European starling there. Incredibly common, kind of nuisance birds, but they are beautiful. I think they actually are. We're going to swing back around to the squirrel. We'll come back to that feeder if we get a maybe a red-bellied woodpecker, red-headed woodpecker. We're going to have a couple of days where the weather is like this in the mid-30s, and then the bottom is going to drop off here in just a little bit. You've got a busy week coming up. I've got actually a relatively light week. I've got my live tonight, doing something else tomorrow night. We had a rehearsal last night. But it won't pick up for me again until Valentine's Day. We get a little upbeat stretch, but then St. Patrick's Day, of course, we're busy that entire week. Oh, I'm so glad your family's coming to visit. They're out in Iowa, right? Do I remember that right? So far at the feeder this morning. Oh, moved to Northern Virginia. Well, that's closer to you, right? Just kind of keeping my bird list updated. I use a thing called eBird online where I keep track of all the birds that I see. Good morning, Life is Unfair. Thanks for joining us. My name's Rick. I am in Hamilton County, Indiana. That's in the Indianapolis metro area, but not in metro. It's in the outlying area. And I go live a few times a week, just kind of watching the feeder. We've got an eastern fox squirrel at the feeder right now, getting food off the ground. Over here at the suet feeder, we've got a European starling, which of course they're incredibly common. We have had a dark-eyed junco this morning. We've had some mourning doves this morning. No woodpeckers yet in the last hour or so, which is kind of unusual. 6 hours by car. Iowa was 15 hours. I'll tell you what, the older I get, about 9 hours in the car, that's about my limit. That's about my drive time limit these days. It's closer to Iowa from us. We get out to Iowa on a relatively regular basis. We'll get out there once every couple of years or so, but to get to the border, it's only about 6 hours for us. Of course, the world's largest truck stop is in Iowa, Walcott, Iowa. The I-80 truck stop, well worth visiting if you're out that way. Temperature's going up a little bit, 38 degrees here right now, and of course very overcast and no wind, so that's a good thing. We had our first rehearsal last night for the Irish music competition that's coming up in May in St. Louis this year. It's in St. Louis this year, so got quite a bit done at the first rehearsal last night. Playing 6 pieces for the competition in a 15-piece traditional Irish band, including fiddles, tin whistle, pipes, bagpipes, actually uilleann pipes, banjo. Banjos in Irish music are different than banjos in American music. Irish music banjos only have 4 strings. The Truck Stop Museum and the Truck Stop is amazing. We spent pretty much an entire day there. Folks, if you're watching and you like to travel, the world's largest truck stop is in Walcott, Iowa, the I-80 truck stop. Absolutely worth a visit. Several restaurants inside the truck stop, a trucking museum, all kinds of, things you can do. That area of Iowa is really quite beautiful. And it's only about, if I remember right, an hour and a half from Riverside, Iowa, which is the future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk. And that town is built pretty much all around the theme of Star Trek. If you have a chance to visit Riverside, Iowa, highly recommend a visit out there. Pretty slim activity at the feeder this morning, but we're going to hang out here till 10 a.m. and then we'll sign off. By the way, if you're interested tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be having a mental health check-in live here on YouTube starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. Highly recommend, Kat, if you're even have a passing interest in Star Trek, to visit Riverside. It's a great town. Small town, But Trek Fest is their big festival, well worth seeing. Thanks for all that are watching this morning as we just kind of sit here and enjoy a little slice of nature. Yep, highly, highly recommended. Again, that's an eastern fox squirrel here at the feeder this morning. We also have gray squirrels here as well as red squirrels. Red squirrels are quite a bit more uncommon. We are in central Indiana. You see a lot more red squirrels in southern Indiana and Kentucky as you start to get down into Appalachia. They seem to prefer more densely forested areas and hillier areas, which here in central Indiana we don't really have that. Again, my name is Rick. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. I appreciate you all being here this morning. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. What part of Texas? In my former life, I had a job that took me to Texas about 4 times a year, typically Dallas, Fort Worth area, but occasionally Waco and San Antonio. I love, love, love San Antonio. It is a great, great town. I'm going to the Big D, and I don't mean Dallas. You probably, as a country music fan, remember that song. Excuse me while I respond to an email here that's time sensitive. I made the mistake of being in Houston in August one year, and that was not the smartest decision I ever made, although I didn't have a choice. I was there on business. But Houston in August, absolutely, absolutely miserable. We're going to hang out here till 10 a.m. Eastern, which is in about 16 minutes. See if we get any more activity at the feeder other than Mr. Squirrel here. Oh, I'm still writing 2025 on everything, Kat. Oh, and this Mr. Squirrel has taken off. See you, Kat. Good to see you today. Thank you for being here. Looks like not a lot going on at the feeder right now. Even the squirrel has left us. And I have found it's better to just let it go. So thank you guys for joining me for this short live today. Maybe we'll get some more feeder activity this afternoon.